right. Okay. We know that Donald Trump in power is a threat. It's a far-right threat, but it's also a danger.
Everybody for coming out here tonight. It's so brilliant that all of you here totally understand how serious this
coming back. We know that's the world to come from. I want to thank everybody at Stand Up to Racism. I want to thank everybody in all the campaigns that spoke before me. I agree with everything that's been said. I'm not going to read to you the things, I'm not going to talk about how the Democrats bottled this. I'm not going to talk about the danger that the Republicans impose and the rise of far right and what we have to fight against. I'm here to speak to you and say I will be shoulder to shoulder with you, and I know you'll be shoulder to shoulder with me, and it's important that we come together, and that's what the Love Music Hate Racism campaign is about, which I'm also proud to be a part of. You will see gigs popping up around the country. Maybe you've seen them happen already. Be in touch with Love Music Hate Racism. Throw your own gig. Mobilize your own community. Come into the circle. We are doing this together. No to racism. We have more in common than we do different. Nothing demonstrates that more than music we listen to. We know that in the streets when we march, like we did a couple weeks ago when 20,000 strong of us came out to say no to Tommy Robinson. We're going to have to do that again because like they've said before me tonight, they're emboldened. This is a victory for them. So we will come together. We will continue to throw shows and we will continue to say love music, hate racism. We will continue to stand up to racism. We will continue to say no to Trump. While it's a sad day and while I got phone calls at 3 in the morning U.S. time, we will use this to unite us because together we are strong. Love music, hate racism. Stand up to racism. No to Trump. Stay in the streets. That's all I have for you right now. We will be back.
I'm Anna. I've come down because I do not want Donald Trump to, I mean, he has been elected, but I want to oppose it. So that's why I'm here today. I feel sick. It's a really dreary day. I'm taken back to back in 2016. I remember being in school when he was elected then, and it was scary then, and it's even scarier now. So that's why I'm here. Well, I think funding the genocide in Gaza won't have helped. They've been relentless in their support for Israel. Like Biden will say, oh, I'm concerned about that, whatever, like, no, you're not. So I think that probably lost them a lot of voters. And I mean, Kamala Harris was quite last minute. Obviously, Joe Biden was on his way out. I think it's probably, they're just not strong enough, really. They don't represent the people, but neither does Donald Trump. I think he's gonna make attacks on everything and anyone who isn't like him, basically. I think it's gonna be attacks on women, attacks on abortion. That's gonna affect it here. With Trump, anything could happen, and that's what's so terrifying. Like, he's such a scary, scary man. I don't think he's going to be solving any problems, to be honest. I think he's going to be making more problems. The only positive thing I can think of is if we start, the movement gets bigger and bigger to resist him and people like him. That's the only positive I can think of, is if we get together and fight back. This isn't it. We're not giving up. Perseverance is the only option. So we stand up, we fight back, we keep going, we don't lose hope.
Gary, I'm from North Dakota. I'm a student here, and I've been a student for 2 months. I didn't really pick a side as I sit dead on the alignment chart. I didn't super enjoy either candidates just because, I don't know, they seem too much like cutthroat at each other, and I'm not super into seeing that when trying to pick a leader. No idea. I think for like, if it's gonna affect me, I think either candidate would have affected me. Probably not by a lot, but definitely like going out buying groceries. I don't know. From what I know, I think the inflation rate was higher for Joe Biden's presidency compared to Donald Trump. So maybe I'll pay less for food, or maybe even more. I have no idea. I think, especially in my state, I think it's North Dakota that holds most of the U.S. nuclear missiles, especially at our military bases. So everyone in my area was like kind of worried about how either of them would handle the conflict and if nuclear war is a possibility, because my state would get targeted first, most likely, just because how much armaments we have. That was probably the main concern. I don't know all too much of anyone else or anyone else's opinions there. I think based off Donald Trump's economic performance during his presidency, that might get better. I cannot say with foreign affairs though, because I think he wants to like kind of do some form of isolationism with the U.S., just kind of more focus on the U.S. and trying to help our own problems and like talk about the Ukraine war or Middle East. So I don't know how that's going to go in that area. It's kind of a throw up in my opinion. I would hope a better economy. Prices are kind of ridiculous in America. Well, in our opinion, it's much worse in other areas, of course, but like from where we had it 4 years ago to now, it got a lot tougher, especially because I know families that weren't able to pay for food for some weeks or had to scramble for food stamps in America. So I think that's the one thing I hope for just a better economy in my country.